Alright guys, this is the very next day. Let me just test this mic out and see if I can hear myself. Give me 1 second. Alright, so it looks like I can hear myself just a little bit. I'm actually taking my I took my second phone with me. So, give me 1 second. Pass by these people. Alright, so I'm still doing my walks. I forgot to bring the rocks with me, but I'm gonna just grab one rock and just take it with me as a token. I took one. So the day has been pretty good so far. What I've done is watched a movie in the morning, and then just kind of did some writing afterwards, and now I'm on my walk. Yeah, give me a second. Alright. Sorry if the video is God, I feel like I can't record properly. Give me a second. Okay, so it actually works quite good. Sorry. My Alright. Just awkward holding all my stuff, but it's all good. Because my other sweater has more pockets, so I shouldn't say it has more pockets, it just has more better pockets. I would say. So yeah, but yeah, so continuing the walk. It was a little bit cloudy today. At first I thought it was going to be pretty depressing, because like, I don't know, cloudy weather for me, hasn't been the greatest when it comes to, you know, obviously battling your other mental stuff. But then it actually got clear, so I was like, all right, let's go on a walk. And I have my therapist appointment at 3 o'clock. So I'll be doing that. Right now it's like 2. Let me check the time. It's 1:54. So I'll just be taking a walk for like, I don't know, like 30, like 45 minutes, 50 minutes. So I'll be doing that. I'm more than likely going to be sweating a bit because it is sunny. I mean, it is, you know, like windy a little bit, but still sunny. But yeah, the day's going good so far. It's going good. Not sure what else I need to talk about, but I guess one thing I can touch on is in addition to my therapy stuff, and also my group therapy, and you know, these walks I'm also completing a CBT workbook, and I've been doing that for the last 5 weeks, or yeah, for the last 4 weeks, I should say, and it's been going good. I'll touch on that more. So basically, the CBT workbook, it first tackles your depression and stuff, or I shouldn't say tackles your depression. It says it first wants you to outline what your issue is, and then it starts to address those issues down the line. So I mean, I like it, and it's been like a routine kind of a thing for me, because you have to track everything that you do every single day. It's called a daily tracker, or daily activity thing, and you track all your daily activities, and I do that. Pretty much I have been doing that for like the last 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks, so it's been going pretty good. Apart from that, and like what it also allows you to do is you have to input different activities in different selected like time slots. So yeah, so like things that you would feel uncomfortable doing, you put it in a specific time slot to do that activity, and I've been doing those as well. I know it seems kind of weird, but one of my activities was like watching a movie because, the last previous 3 weeks or whatever, it's been hard for me to concentrate on anything other than my anxiety or my anxiousness. So what I started doing was implementing things that I would normally do, or that were, that I didn't really have anxiety doing previously, before all this happened. And like some of the activities were like making breakfast, watching a movie, sweeping and mopping, and just other things I didn't really necessarily write down. Just like, because like for instance, I want to, obviously make sure the bathroom is clean every week. So, even doing that is because when you're in this like riddled, when you're in a riddled, anxiety-provoking thing, you stop doing activities. I wasn't focused on anything other than my thoughts for, the first 2 weeks. Well, even past, but, as time went on, obviously you start to, if you put in the work, things will start to feel a bit better. So yeah, and I kind of want to just chill over there. When I mean over there, I mean over there. Because, I don't know, I think I want to start also getting used to staying outside in the position, like just staying in one place. I did that previously. Before it was a little bit easier because I would call somebody, like I call a friend and just, sit down somewhere and just talk, and that kind of like passed the time. But now it's like I mean, I could still do that. I mean, you know, I could call my friend or something, but it's, you know, I feel like it's different now. I feel like there's not a lot to talk about, you know, because the only thing I've really been doing is just my anxiety stuff. So I don't know. But the idea is to get more comfortable, you know, being outside. And today also I'm not wearing any headphones, so that's good. All right, let's go grab another rock. If we can do it. So I forgot to bring my rocks with me, but it's all good. Do the breathing techniques. All right, let's pick this up. Yeah, it's pretty sunny today, but it's also kind of windy, a little bit chilly. Not too chilly, but just kind of chilly. Oh, I was looking for my other rock. I was like, where the frick is it? But yeah, give me 1 second. Let me pass these people. Okay, so doing that. We're gonna go across. God, so I bought, maybe I could just quickly mention that. I bought what is it? I bought a microphone, a wireless Bluetooth microphone, because the ones that I currently have, it's you have to use an adapter to plug in the microphone or the mic jack into the adapter, and then you plug it into the iPhone. So I don't really like that. Well, I mean, it's cool, right? Because, you know, headphones, you know, they lasted me a pretty long time so far. But in terms of, yeah, when you're trying to record something like this, you know, like on a microphone, it's pretty annoying because, one, you know, this mic, it isn't meant, it's not meant for, like, you know, I mean, it is, it is used to record yourself, obviously, like, you know, recording mic, audio, sound, whatever. But what I mean, like, in the traditional video sense, is it's not the right mic. So what I bought was like a microphone specifically for like an iPhone, but it's like a Bluetooth wireless one, so I can just plug that into the headphone, and then you just wear the microphone like on your shirt or somewhere, and then you can just, you know, obviously it has like noise cancellation, things like that, so you won't hear this, probably what you've been hearing for the last, I don't know, 5 or 12 minutes. So yeah, I am feeling, you know, some tightness in my chest. You know, my thoughts are more scattered a little bit. You know, it's a little bit hard for me to, I guess I'm not like 100% confident right now. Maybe it's because I'm kind of like rushing this walk. Not really rushing, but, you know, it's like, I typically, when I go on my walks, I plan to do the entire 2 hours, but I know that I have a therapist appointment. So that requires me, I mean, I could theoretically be on my walk when I'm doing the appointment, but I wrote, I started to like summarize how my previous week has been, so you know I can like update them. So I don't want to really carry around like papers and stuff like that. So I'm still deciding. I haven't worked on my videos yet, because I know I already recorded like 2 days worth of, well, I recorded one day, and then I recorded the very next day, and then now I'm recording today. But I'm not sure when I'm gonna start editing the videos, because that's another thing that I need to address as well, like, because I always lose focus when I'm doing something, but I think editing the videos, it's something that I used to do previously, not how I'm doing it right now, like daily, like my own self, but I would record other videos, like compilation videos, back when those were kind of like a big thing on YouTube. And yeah, but I want to note something that you know, in this type of weather, I mean, I told you it was kind of chilly, but I mean, even in the sense that like it's like really sunny, so the sun would actually kind of cause me to have anxiety, and I'm actually not sure why that was, but it was like I think it could have been a lot of things. Like it could have been me just not being outside that much, although like when I was outside, I would feel comfortable, obviously, like with the sun when I was, you know, like in my front yard or something like that, but I was never comfortable like doing this, you know, like going on walks. Like I'd feel very uncomfortable. So now what I'm gonna do is cross the street. Like previously, before I couldn't even do this, I would have so much anxiety doing this. So you can see the transformation that I've kind of made, or I guess the progress that I've made so far. You know, sometimes it's still, because on top of, you know, the anxiety, like when you have panic, you know, your heart beats fast, etc. But there'd also be other stuff like confusion, disorientation, you know, that also occurs. It's not really, I don't hear it often spoke of, but like a huge thing for me was the heart beating fast, but then like confusion. I would just randomly, it's like I was randomly just confused about, like, I was just disoriented, I guess, you know. Obviously, like, I knew where I was in the sense that, like, I knew how to get back home, but I was just like, this is very scary, like, what do I do? Like, I mean, I guess low-key you could say that I was like, where was I? You know, like, where am I? Because you feel when you're in an unfamiliar territory, that's kind of like the gist that you get. You're like, you're panicky, you have a lot of adrenaline, and you just want to get the hell out of there. So, you know, on top of that, you could add confusion if you're not familiar, if you haven't been repeating the process of, you know, repetition. Obviously that is repetition, the definition, but you know what I mean? Like, if you haven't taught yourself, you know, the walks like this right here would have been so unfamiliar to me, you know. Like, I think I recall, like, even like my first time even attempting to even like look down the street, I was it looked like super long to me. Like, it looked like it was freaking I don't know, like longer than it was. I was having like tunnel vision, you know, things like that. And it was weird. Still kind of get that, but now I think I've learned a lot in terms of like focusing. Like now I really start to implement my focusing techniques, like focusing on, you know, cars, focusing on, you know, colors, focusing on, you know, trees. And over time you know, obviously like these little steps right here, or like these, the pavement, you know, the cement squares, you know, you can count these and just be in the moment. So it kind of drowns out all those thousands of worries, you know. And yeah, you become more familiar. And I'm not sure why my phone says, oh, there we go. Okay, so like obviously I'll still have the anxiety. Like right now, I just felt it. When I say I felt it, I mean like I thought that I would freak out if I looked down the street, and that I would like somehow just like panic. But no, I was able to retain focus. So that's something that you have to kind of develop. And this is my second day without wearing headphones. So it's still new to me. That's kind of why I'm not attempting to do the entire block. Because right now, I would probably be listening to, I just felt a weird feeling. I felt like the ground under me was like moving. It was just like an uneasy feeling, so, but that's okay, it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. And that's kind of what I gotta tell myself. You know, like these are just feelings. That's all it really is. Today's Saturday. What's the date? January 28th. Oh, I gotta remember to keep track of the time. Okay. All right, so it's 2:16. 2:16, my therapist appointment is at 3 o'clock. So around 2:50, I'll probably be back inside. I should probably keep like a timer or something, but I'll just leave it. I'll just keep track on the video timestamp. Oh, but this is another area that I started to go down. It's just down the street, like further down the street. And yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm feeling the heaviness in my chest and my back. It's like when you feel like you don't know if you're confident to do what you're doing, but you're just doing it anyway. It's kind of like that. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. It's like, I know I'm doing this activity, but still questioning the not wearing headphones thing. My goal is to get to that bush, and then I'll come back. The bush is right behind this car. Okay, over here. Now let me make a full step. That. All right. Now I feel scared, but that's okay. Because what is it? It's just a feeling. And then you gotta tell yourself these things. Like you're safe, you're grounded, you're just walking, and it's gonna be okay. So that kind of helps me out. Still feel pressure, but eventually these feelings, they go away. Like, so just know that you're not always gonna be in the state of panic, you know? You're gonna be okay. Good. I need to drink some water. Give me 1 second. Let me stop up here. Shade. Okay. Gosh. I mean, it actually feels weird to stay still, but just remember that, gosh, fucking annoying, bro. Even like staying still. But even staying still can actually help. Because that's kind of actually like a form of exposure in and of itself. Like, I need to practice that more. Like, you know, staying in one spot, like right here, you know, just standing still. Because when you're on a walk, it'll feel, you know, like it'll feel like you're going on a walk and like, but you're not truly able to experience your anxiety or whatever you want to call it, because you're not staying in one place. So I need to try and do that more as well, and I'm doing that now because I feel like I just need to take a break for a second, just drink some water, and don't feel ashamed if you need to do that. Like, if you need to take some time to, you know, sit back, or not sit back, but just like, you know, stop what you're doing, kind of like recollect yourself, that's okay. Because, you know, obviously I find myself, you know, needing to do the same thing as well. There will be times where you lose focus. There will be times where you feel anxious and scared. And that's okay, because I've been doing this for the last, you know, I wish I would have documented my very first, you know, walks, but I wasn't in that state of mind to do that. You know, I was simply just focusing on me, you know, after not being out for so long, you know. I just wasn't in the state of mind to do that. I wasn't there yet. But now I'm kind of there, somewhat, at least enough to, you know, record a little bit and say my thoughts out loud. It is weird still to me a little bit, but I think over time I'll get more comfortable with it. But yeah, try not to lose too much focus. And what I mean by that is, you know, even sometimes I find myself doing that. Like, I'll lose my train of thought, but I'll need to just focus. I think I spoke in the last video about this, like using like your 5 senses. I think it's called like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's like 5 things that you can see. Fourth, I have to go back and look at it, but it's kind of like that. Like 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can, you know, just like diving into your senses when you feel anxiety or when you're going through anxiety. It's meant to help, ground you and retain focus. So you're not so cluttered in your thoughts. And that's kind of what I'm practicing right now. Just, you can say it out loud or say it in your head, like, there's cars, there's a white car, there's, a little bike, there's concrete, there's grass up ahead, it's green, it's sunny, things like that. And yeah, like it'll be scary, trust me, I'm with you. I understand, extremely understand what you mean by that, being scared. But it's repetition, like I always mention, every single day. So that's what you have to do, just stick to it. Let's see what time it is. Right now I'm eating, you don't have to do that, do what I do, but I'll bring like an apple with me, like I always eat an apple on my walks, or like, bring a water bottle or like a nature vat, just something to eat, like something that's healthy, because that can also help you retain your focus as well. And what I mean by that is like, obviously when you're walking and like you take a bite of an apple, you're experiencing that, taste in real time. So like your mind is processing, the chewing, the eating, the taste and everything. So to me, it helps me as well. And it feels good, to be more healthy in general. You know what I mean? So eating a snack on your walks, I would recommend it. I wasn't doing it at first, but over time, I got kind of, I wouldn't say like hungry, but I was just like, I kind of want to munch on something, just to munch on something. So yeah, for sure, doing that helps out. What else? The waters. I would take like, I don't know, vitamin water or something, but yeah, if you want to go more extreme, there's this video that I mentioned in our previous group where we, watched a girl, she drank like this caffeinated water. So she had to drink the entire thing. It's like a water bottle, but it's like caffeinated. Obviously that's gonna, cause anxiety because it, pumps, like it heightens or makes your heartbeat go faster. So she was feeling anxiety, but then she still, did the elevator thing, and she managed to actually do it. And that was actually, even when I watched it alone, myself, it was pretty like, just, I was inspired. It was scary to witness someone else doing exposure, because like you tell yourself like, when am I ever going to be able to be strong enough to do that? When am I going to have the confidence to do that? Will I ever be able to do that? Like you doubt yourself. You feel very inspired by what you see, but you don't think it's possible for yourself. And I was like that. I watched that video. I think, when did I watch that? I probably watched that like, I don't know, like 8 months ago or something. 7 months ago. And I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm never going to be able to do that. Like going on a walk, just seeing her outside was like scary to me, So, but look at what I've been able to accomplish within, and this is, guys, this is within like 3 weeks, like 3, almost 4 weeks. I went from, you know, being, something happened, you know, I'm not sure if I talked about it already in the first video, because, you know, still deciding on how to proceed with uploading the first video. But yeah, when this thing hit me, it was like this urgency to go outside. It was like I was on the edge, you know, it felt like I was on the edge, basically. Like I was just, like my world was just turned upside down. And I think it was just like waking up type of thing, you know? So that's when I really started to push myself. And yeah, it took, I think on the second week I was able to go, or the second or third week, I think the third week, I was able to, you know, make it down the street. For the longest time I couldn't do this. So the second or third week I was able to make it all the way down. And then shortly after that I started to go around the corner. And yeah, I actually made it around the entire block already. You haven't seen me do it yet, but you know, I've done it about like 15 times so far. But because I'm, you know, starting my, you know, the anxiety stuff, or I'm starting my walks without using headphones, it's a little different this time. But you know, still getting used to not using headphones. But you know, it's just something I gotta get used to. If I got used to the walks that I was doing before, you know, when I first started, and I was using headphones and, you know, going down this street right here, if I can do this, then I can, or no, if I could do that, then I can teach myself how to do this. You know, just how to go on walks without headphones and be comfortable with the sound around me and the environment around me. I just think I'm starting to understand it more and put things into practice. And that's what you want to start doing. Just put it into practice. It's going to be really rough, really hard to do it, but trust me, you will get there if you stick to it every day. And that's the main thing, is every day. Like, even when you don't feel like it, even when you feel so depressed and so hopeless, and just do it. When I say do it, I don't mean like just, you know, do the thing that scares you, you know, like, you know, I don't know, like, for instance, if your fear is like, you know, driving over a bridge, I don't say like, I don't mean to say like just drive down the bridge. I mean like do something every day that attempts to challenge your anxiety. And it could even just be things that are not outside, you know. It could be, I'm not sure what your anxiety is, but it could just be, you know, confronting a situation or talking to people, etc. But do something that challenges that every day. And you'll feel a lot better. It'll get easier the more you do it. But you gotta start sometime. You know, I can't stress that enough. If I was still in my house right now, like for this whole entire month, I don't know, like I think I would have lost it, or just would have been in such a bad place right now, you know, with my, in regards to my mental health and stuff. Because being outside, it gets you away from, you know, it's just nice to be alone outside. You know, obviously, like, you're dealing with your own thoughts outside, you know, your brain doesn't stay behind, but at least you're able to focus on external things, like, you know, cars. Like, you'll see, you know, somebody walking down the sidewalk with you, and you'll have to like actually make that decision to like, or like move out the way or something, you know. So it's like that. It's like you're forced to deal with your present moment, you know? So, and that actually over time develops kind of like a more healthy mental state. All right, let me look at my time right now because I kind of lost track. All right, so it's 2:33. All right, 2:33. So I have about like 15, 17 minutes. All right, so sorry if it's windy. I think I'll stand still a little bit. But that would be my goal for everybody, or my pitch, you know, for this day that I'm on right now. We'll just call this day 3. I think I'll just start calling them day 3s, you know, or like day number 1, day number 2, etc. I think I'll have to kind of, it'll keep me working for sure, you know, because I got to upload the first video and then do the second video and then the third video. And I want to start doing them, you know, like daily or something. But I don't want to keep repeating myself. That's something that I'm going to have trouble with a little bit. So if you hear things that are, you know, repeated, I apologize. You know, sometimes I just kind of get caught up in the same thought process, and, you know, who knows, maybe there's someone else, you know, someone brand new who's watching this specific video. So it's kind of like I want to mention it to them as well. But yeah, let me take a bite of this apple. Give me a second. It is a juicy apple. Probably weird, just like, that was another thing I was concerned with. Sorry, I'm eating with my mouth full. That was something I was concerned with, was what would people think about me, you know, like, what would people think of me going on walks every day and not making it that far? Like, for instance, I was only able to like touch this street sign, you know, or like for a couple, you know, times I was only able to do that, you know, make it to that telephone pole. So it's like, I was questioning that, like, what would my neighbors think about me? Like, what would people think if they just see me just go back and forth. But, you know what I say to that? I say, f*** them. Or no, sorry, not f*** them, because that's very negative. Like, you're working on yourself. You know, like, think about it like that. That's kind of what I tell myself. Like, you see me walk past, like, you know, like, well, recently I've been walking past, like, a group of people who are just, like, standing outside, you know, and they see me go back and forth. And they don't see me, like, go far, you know, like, they see me, like, pick up a rock, you know, or, like, they see me do something, or, like, touch a post, or, and they probably, you know, they're probably thinking deep down, like, you know, what the heck's he doing? But I really just don't care anymore, you know, because I'm focusing on my mental health, you know, like, I'm working towards something that will ultimately lead me to have a happier life, and is making my life more enjoyable, you know, because being confined for so long, it can take a toll on you. It really can. If anyone's a witness to that, I certainly am, you know, so it's just, you have to focus on what's best for you, and know that no matter what you think other people are assuming or thinking, you know, just allow it to be there, you know, like, I don't want to say don't think about that, but, like, it's okay to think about that, and to know that, just tell yourself, like, although it may be strange to some people, perhaps it may not, it may or may not be strange to some people, but I'm doing this for my, sorry if the wind is blowing, but I'm doing this for my betterment, my personal betterment. Is that even a word? Probably not. Hold on, let me get out of the wind. I want to cross the street, not over there, but, so I haven't gone down that street or across that road just yet. Probably will, but not yet. So I'll go one more time down here, and then we'll cross the street back. But what was I saying? Like, yeah, it's for your own betterment, you know. Like, obviously, other people don't have these issues that we're dealing with, so why should we not do something because someone else is okay, you know? That's kind of how I look at it. I'm like, yeah, you guys may be fine, you know, and don't have what I have, you know, my anxiety stuff, but in an attempt to get better, I'm gonna annoy you by walking past you 1,000 times to be like you one day, you know? And that's okay with me. Really okay with that. Because I've gotten to that point where I want this, you know? I really want to get better, so. All right, we made it pretty far. Remember, practice your breathing. In and out. So let's do all the 5 senses. What do we see right now? We see a white car, we see a red, or like a, I'm not sure what color that is. That car is red and black, or that truck. We see a white car, obviously. What do we feel? I don't know, concrete. We see, what else do we see? We see a green bin, a trash bin. We see, I don't know, vans. We see people mowing their lawns. We see a tree that hasn't really grown. Hasn't really blossomed, I guess. And we should feel this. Remember, no shortcuts. So let's go down here. Let's try to make it towards. I should have not cut the previous time, but boom, we made it. All right. Okay, so yeah, like I'm doing this. We're doing this, I should say. Whoever's watching, if anybody is watching, you know, don't let that stop you from going on your walks or, you know, addressing any exposure or conducting any exposure therapy, because people are going to be there regardless. You know, you're going to have to deal with them one way or another. So exposing yourself to all these things would be in your, I don't know, in your interest, I guess. But that's okay, you know. And I want to note that it's not always bad. Like I haven't seen like my neighbor down the street in like the longest time. And you know, I was on my walk like a week back or so, and you know, he said what's up to me. Like, you know, he said hi to me, and I see like a lot of neighbors, and like they'll be like dogs, you know. You know, people nearby walking their dogs, and you know, they'll say hi to me, or like they'll, you know, I'll say like, oh, you have a nice dog, or you know, like, so conversation can start as well, you know, like just friendly talk, friendly passing by talk. That actually makes you feel good, because I think I wasn't having a bad night, but you know, I was ending my walk kind of during the nighttime, like around like 6, and I was kind of feeling a little bit, you know, anxious for the night. And then I saw like a couple walking their dog, And then the guy was like, you know, have a good rest of your night. You know, for some reason it made me feel good. You know what I mean? So not all your encounters are going to be bad encounters. You know, or like you're not always going to question them. And that's good. You know? Alright, let's see what time it is. Sorry, I'm taking a bite of my apple. 2:44. Alright. 2:44. Alright. I guess I'll go home now, and I just want to see what the home setup is like right now. Get things in order. But yeah. I think I had a special outro planned for these walks now. Hold on, I'll go down this street. But I think the outros that I had for this walk, or for the videos, was gonna be like stay calm. You know, or like, see you guys later, stay calm. Well, I don't know. I don't want to tell you guys what to do. Or like tell people what to do on YouTube. You know, so maybe stay focused. There you go. Stay focused, stay determined. Stay focused, stay determined, stay calm. Maybe I could use that. Stay focused, stay determined, stay calm. But that's too cheesy, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of cheesy. Stay calm, guys, stay calm. I don't know, I'll find something. It'll stick. Alright, so remember, I have to remind myself to do this too, like, no shortcuts. Just go down the whole entire way. Boom, going right here. And then boom, we go back. Alright. Oh wow. Alright. Alright, let's see. 2:46. Alright guys, well, until the next video, whenever this is uploaded, I will see you guys. Oh, Jesus, okay. Sorry, I thought I couldn't see my stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys have a good one. Well, so I only did before I go. I only did like a 53-hour walk, or 53-hour walk, what the heck. I've only done like a 53-minute walk so far, so later on, I'll probably do another hour. Most likely record that as well, so who knows, there might be actually more to this video. But until then, I'll let you guys know how the therapist appointment went. Alright, see you guys later. Alright guys, so I got my headphone in, but I'm just wearing it as just so you can hear me talk more. So I'm not awkwardly holding my iPhone. Now it's in a comfortable position, but yeah, the therapy appointment went pretty good. We discussed everything. I told him what I started doing was actually making what I'll do is I'll write something on paper, and it'll be my progress for the entire week. So I did that, and then yeah, I just went over everything. Told him what I was working on for the week, and you know, things that I was still working, or things that were still challenging to me. And we addressed those as well. But yeah, he was pleased to hear that I made it around the entire block for sure. Also, we finally got our rocks with us. I made sure to bring them this time around, just so we can. Did I bring my phone? Yes, I did. Just so we can put these back. Like I said, it's always like a token for me, or it gives me a reason to actually. I mean, I don't want to say it gives me a reason to go, you know, we're here, but it's more of like yeah, it's like another reason to do this. You know, it gives me, because before I wouldn't even be able to, like, that's the post that I would touch and just like walk away, but I want to at least get to the corner of this street and then walk back. That's a douchebag right there. Like, you're hella cool, bro. Like, go down the street. Congratulations. Alright, so as you can see, it's very quiet right now. So what I'm gonna do is obviously cross the street more. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. So what happened when I did that was, yeah, that felt very strange doing that. Like, the space looked more open than usual. That kind of gave me a little worry. Obviously, I'm not panicking, but it was more of like a visual thing than like a panicky. Like, I was more worried than anything. That was kind of weird. But it's okay. You know, we attempted it. Obviously, you don't want to do something like that. You want to cross the sidewalk safely, obviously. But yeah. So anyways, talking about the therapy appointment, it went good. He gave me tips on things that I'm still addressing, not so much panic inducing things, maybe just more so about like thoughts that I have. Because when you work on your mental health, it's a lot of the symptoms of anxiety, obviously, you know, heart stuff and the breathing and whatever, racing thoughts. But then there's also other things that, you know, you could be dealing with, you know, like depression and things like that. So that's sort of something that I've been kind of addressing as well. But yeah, overall, we had a good experience during this session. I told him about, you know, making the YouTube channel, and yeah, he liked the idea. He even said that, you know, that it could be helpful to people, but obviously I still have to be mindful about it, you know, because even I myself know that watching a video can be triggering, you know, to some people. So what I want to mention to everybody is that, you know, definitely seek, you know, medical attention, meaning not like because you're having a heart attack, but just it's good to see a therapist about things. So definitely seek treatment is what I'm getting at, not medical attention. Seek treatment, because that was the first step that I took, was you know, first talking to a therapist, but then it takes the therapist, he's not there to cure you, okay? So I just want to make that clear. Like, he's not meant to be the one who cures you of your anxiety. And what I mean by that is you have to ultimately do the work. because my therapist, you know, he could tell me something and then I just don't do it, you know. So it's gonna take you being involved every single day, doing the thing. He's just there to guide you. You know, he's not there to tell you what to do. He's there to throw those ideas out there and see if they'll stick. And he'll urge you to do them. You know, he'll motivate you and, you know, give you some advice on how to tackle a situation. But if you don't take it seriously and you just, you know, it goes in one ear and out the other, then you're not really going to help yourself. So that's kind of what I want to throw out there, is like, you got to do the work. Otherwise it's not going to have any effect, like seeking treatment. But also, treatment is there for someone to hear you out as well. So, you know, obviously you're not going to be taking the first steps right away. It's going to take some time. That's understandable. But just do what you can. You know, do what you can. But the first step is seeking help. You know, you've done, I mean, I want to say that you've done a good job by, you know, looking at videos about anxiety. That's kind of like the first step in dealing with it too, you know, learning about it. But again, you don't want to do things that will trigger you. Like if I think I'll start putting up warning signs, or like warning. I'll put up warnings just so I don't trigger anybody, you know, on my walks. Like, you know, just put a warning out there that this video will include walking and stuff like that. So, because I don't want to start triggering people as well. So yeah, that's actually cool. That barrel is actually cool. I just noticed that it was connected. It was connected to I think the drain, like the roof drain or something, or the roof gutter. I mean. But yes, the first step, guys. Seek some treatment. Yeah, just do what you can. I mean, I'm on my second walk of the day, so I'm gonna put in some work, and it's gonna be challenging, obviously. I'm gonna go a little bit further, but you can do it. Boom, turn around. What else can I mention about the therapist appointment? It was cool. I mean, what I'll do is I'll write down, obviously, how the week went, the prior week, and then once we discuss, once I'm talking to my therapist and conducting the session, what I'll do is I'll actually I'll have a paper out with like a pencil, because I conduct my appointments, you know, at like my desk, so I'm able to have like a pencil and like paper, but you can, or what I do is I just write down therapy notes during the session, like any tips or advice that he gives me, because therapists will mention things and you don't want to forget, and a lot of times I'm known to be pretty forgetful, so what I'll do is I'll just start writing it down on paper. And I'll do it, before I was doing it very sloppily, just like quickly writing it, but now I've sort of began to be more, I don't know, organized. So yeah, then I'll have my therapy notes for the week ahead, and I'll use, you know, the advice or tips that was given in that session, and yeah, I'll use it for the week. You know, I'll try my best because I'm working on a lot of things. Obviously, I'm doing the CBT workbook. I'm doing a CBT workbook, and then I'm dealing with group therapy, and I'm also doing, you know, my regular therapist as well. So that's just another thing. So, but it's helpful, you know, to do these things. And so yeah, I'll do my best, but definitely going on the walks every day helps. You know, you don't want to miss, or you want to try not to miss a day. You know, just do it every single day, no matter what. And eventually you'll get there. And yeah, I got my trail mix. Not trail mix, what is it, Nature Valley? Yeah, I got my Nature Valley bar with me. And I had picked up like, oh, these are nice rocks, by the way. This is a nice design. But I want to, you know, obviously put these rocks back, and then, oh, since we're passing these, you know, it's kind of reminding me of something else that I would do. So you'll notice, like, you know, obviously I take like a rock, you know, like these little rock things back home, sort of like a thing to make me go back, you know. But and then another thing I would do my first couple weeks was I would actually grab like a leaf from a tree, or, you know, like a plant. Not like these. I mean, you could do like small ones too, whatever floats your boat. Look at this pretty tree. But I would take like a leaf off of like a plant and just take it home with me. You know, so, sort of like a goal as well. Not a goal, but like a trophy. Like, you know, like I was able to, that was when I was able to surpass me going past my goal, like my limit, or whatever you want to call it. It was like that, to just remind myself, you know, I would have it with me, and sometimes, you know, I just look at it and be like, you know, you did that, and just use it as like affirmation. And it was good. It was good confirmation. But the rocks are another tool that you can use as well. You know, when you're doing your stuff, anything that you can. I don't know. I just started doing this stuff, so obviously it is probably a bit weird. But if it helps me go on walks, then, you know, I'm not opposed to it at all. So, and the goal is, I'm trying to get it on camera, but the goal is to like make it around the entire block, which is turning this corner and then going all the way down, and then we'll make it eventually to where I was before, when you see me on the other side. I haven't been able to capture that at the moment, but I will, you know, or I hope to, on camera, so I can actually look back at it as well. But I feel like I have some jolts of like motivation or confidence sometimes, and then I'm able to do it. But that was when I was, you know, wearing headphones entirely, and I wasn't, you know, not wearing headphones, or I was using guided meditation or guided mindfulness or something else to help calm me down. So trying to complete the block without headphones, it's going to be kind of a challenge to me, probably, more than likely. But it'll be okay. I'll eventually get there. Oh, another thing I want to mention. Obviously, my group therapy, you know, the instructor, the therapist who was guiding us, or, you know, who's in charge, although he did say that the headphone was like a subtle avoidance, you know, I think I spoke about that in the previous other video, but he said like sometimes you can actually not, or I spoke with my therapist, my other therapist, the one who I just previously had an appointment with, and he told me, like, although it is a subtle avoidance, that you can also use it if you need to. You can use it. Like worst case scenario, like say, like I think he said, like if you're outside of your comfort. I forgot how he worded it. I wrote it down, but outside of your tolerance. If you're outside of your tolerance and you kind of need to rely on something because, like, that you're just outside of your tolerance or threshold of tolerance or whatever, then you can do that. And that's okay. So we're going to begin to count. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Because right now I'm starting to feel some anxiety. Okay, what can you see? I see a palm tree, I see a side, or what is it? Walks. Damn, what is it called? I forgot what the heck this is called. But it's yellow. Okay. What can you feel? You feel concrete on your feet. You see a plant, beautiful plant, by the way. And yeah. Well, like I said, like those times, like right now, I probably would have freaked out in the past, but just know that if you breathe, if you focus, you're able to retain focus by doing, these techniques. It's scary. I know it's scary, but I'm just pushing through it. I obviously, like I mentioned before, I don't recommend anyone just fly right into exposure therapy. You might want to start with, like what I mentioned prior, like imagery. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Imagery. Jesus Christ. Imagery. I can't even say it. I'm gonna just call it visualization. Imagery. There you go. Just work on imagery, meaning you visualize your anxiety, or you visualize yourself conducting the thing that you're afraid of, or addressing the thing you're afraid of, or that you panic, or that you have anxiety with, however you want to kind of word it. So it's like that. It's like you're just doing that. So you can start off with that. There's another thing, obviously, not everybody can do this because they don't have access, but VR therapy is another one that he mentioned to us. Obviously, I mean, I have a VR, but I think even that can be triggering to some people, so take caution when doing that as well, because you're kind of like simulating the real life, so that might trigger your anxiety as well. But that is another form of exposure, is VR. I think I tried it one time or twice on my VR headset when I had it, or like before I started doing this exposure stuff. or like the what is it, the in vivo. Because this is what this anxiety, or this what I'm doing right now currently is in vivo. So yeah. If you're just a beginner, you can start off with the visualization imagery and VR, obviously, and just see how you do with that. Yeah, just make sure you breathe in, breathe out. Try to get to at least this area right here. Boom. There we're done. We're not done, but let's see. It's 5 o'clock. Oh, I forgot to start my timer. But no, I think I'm gonna just use my video as a timer. I think that's still good. But yeah, I do have like somewhat of a routine set up that I can go over, but it's quite loud right here. Dang, I feel like I should bring my gloves, to be honest, because my freaking hands are getting kind of cold for some reason. Okay. Yes. But we're doing good. I'm gonna take. How many more rocks do we have? Let's see. We got a lot. Gosh. Okay, so we might not be able to do like all these rocks right now. But we'll try to get as many as we can done. But I must tell you, like, not listening to anything, or it's kind of boring sometimes. But it is what it is. But I do want to mention that point too, like, if you need to wear headphones, you can. You don't have to stay not using them, but if you need to, you can. I'm gonna count how many I got left. Let's see. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jesus. Yeah, that was a day where I think I was making it around the block a lot. So I was able to conduct these walks more faster. But yeah. Regardless, we're gonna keep it going. What time is it? It is 5:02. Alright. Keep walking for 50, 30. So 30, sorry, I can't do math. 30, so about another 40 minutes. We done at like 5:40. Yeah, like 5:42. We'll be finished. It'll be a little bit dark. Not too dark, but it'll be like kind of getting dark. But we'll manage. I mean, maybe I could talk about it now, but I guess what I do during the nighttime is probably around like 5:30, 6, get home, and you start coloring. Well, I'll either color a little bit, or I'll just like, what else do I do? Color or like watch, some YouTube. But obviously every single day I track my daily activities, so usually when I get back from a walk, I'll, well, actually when I get back from walks, sometimes what I like to do is kind of clean up the front yard a little bit, because we have dogs and they kind of make a mess sometimes. So I just started to clean up the front yard a bit. I'll do that, and then after I do that, I typically feed the dog or clean their bowls, clean her bowl, and then feed her. And after that, that's when I'll go to my room and write down my daily activities, and then I'll either color or do something else, like watch YouTube or just whatever. Or actually, sometimes I actually do the 5-minute. I do breathing techniques. So one technique is called 5 minute of mindfulness. So what you do is every day you take 5 minutes. You get in a comfortable position to do your walk, or to do your mindfulness breathing. So what I'll do is I'll take off my shoes, get like in my chair, my computer chair, and I'll just get comfortable. And then what I'll do is I'll start a timer. And once I press the timer, first you start breathing in and out, slowly. Inhale, exhale. So you close your eyes, you do that. And while you do this, you actually think about like the last meal that you had, or like the last thing that you did that you enjoyed, and you kind of just visualize that in your head. Visualize that in your head, and then visualize that in your head, and then after that, you sorry, I'm kind of losing track. Visualize that in your head, and then just keep thinking about it. And then after you take, a few breaths in and out, then you can start breathing normally as you would. So you can stop doing the breathing techniques. And then, you just breathe normally as you would. And then you just keep your mind on that thought, of whatever it is that you last remember or enjoy doing. And you just keep doing that. But I don't know, like, the thing that I like doing is after I think of like the last thing that I did that I enjoyed or whatever, I'll actually think about what I did for that entire day. So like during the 5 minutes, I'll think about like, okay, you woke up, then what did you do? And I'll just basically just go through my mind about what I was able to do that day. And it kind of helps ground me because, I'm telling myself like, you did all these things, and just basically like what led up to where you're at now, like sitting down, doing the mindfulness breathing activity. It's pretty grounding to me. So, just throwing that out there, like, if anyone, and I make sure to do that every single day. Like, I don't miss one day doing that. And then I'll also perform, and I actually keep I keep track of what I do as well. So, there's a paper I have that I write down. It's called like daily, I named it like daily mindfulness tracker. And then, I wrote down the instructions on how to do it. And then there's a area where I've been like putting the date, that I completed it and at what time. And if I used any audio to assist me in the mindfulness breathing activity. But I typically I didn't want to not use anything at first because, when you don't use anything, no headphones or anything, it's just like you fully have to commit yourself to it. But I started to do that, So I started to not use any headphones. And yeah, I'll just write down that. And yeah. Also, another thing that I do is it's called box breathing, and I learned that in my week 2 of the group therapy. So box breathing is essentially the same thing. It's like breathing, but you time yourself. Obviously, you time yourself in the mindfulness too, but what I mean by this one is you take 4 seconds. So you get to like, what I do is I just put like, I'll go like this, like 1, 2, 3 with my fingers. So you breathe in for 4 seconds. So, and then you hold it for 4 seconds. And then you exhale for 4 seconds. So that's another thing I do. I do it all on the same day. Hold on. I don't know why I was reaching for my phone. I was trying to grab a rock. Okay. Okay. Let's go right here. Remember breathing in, breathing out. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Gosh. It's only 5:12. We got this. I'm not feeling any anxiety right now. It's just, I don't know, for some reason it's kind of hard to remain focused. But we'll get it. I think it's the whole having to go back inside to do the therapy appointment and coming back out. That could have thrown me off a little bit. Or that I had family over. So that could have been it too, but whatever. Just remember there's no stress. You're safe. Oh, I should just remember I was gonna order some groceries. Alright, so what I'll do, so I can continue the walk, probably won't talk as much, but I'll try to do what I can, and then I'm gonna order some groceries. Just small groceries, nothing major. Because what I typically do is like, for dinners, I just eat like lean cuisine meals. I know it's not the healthiest, but for me, I like them. They're actually really good, to be honest. I actually enjoy them. So that's what I've been eating. Not really making a lot of cooked meals so far, but that's just based off my anxiety and stuff. Like, when you're so riddled with anxiety, you kind of avoid all that. So it's kind of what I've been trying to get back used to doing. Is like sometimes I'll cook. I typically make oatmeal, in the morning, but yeah, I try to do the sometimes I'll do like pancakes and things like that. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll just touch this one. Gosh. Yeah, not using headphones is kind of weird. I'm trying to remain focused. It's kind of hard. You're okay. You're okay. All right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Oh, I got 11, so. Okay, so it's been 45 minutes since I've been on this walk. Alright, so we'll just do one more. I think this will be our last one because I think the goal was to do how much? Last time I came back like around 50 minutes, so 50. So yeah, I had to do like 70 minutes. Well, damn, actually, still gotta keep going. Yeah, now we gotta keep going. Dang. Yeah, because you gotta do like a whole hour. Then we gotta do the come on, you can do this. I'll just go right here because I'm kind of not comfortable. I did it. Okay, we got this. We got this. We got this. Okay. Probably just feeling kind of weird because obviously the no headphones thing, the silence a little bit, and also I'm probably not used to doing this in the, I have walked during the nighttime before, but you know, sometimes it's, I typically haven't done that previously, you know, recently. Gosh. I haven't done that recently is what I'm trying to say. So maybe that's why it kind of feels weird. It's okay. So what we're gonna do is, since we walked, I believe, was it only 50 minutes? So we have to do 20 more minutes. 20 more minutes, we can do this. water. Oops. Well, it ended my freaking thing, but this will be the second video. We'll just do 20 minutes on this video. Okay, let's probably order some groceries while we're doing this. Let's kind of speed things up a little bit. Get some Nature Valley bars. Oh, give me a second. Okay, what do you see? Okay. Boom, right there. Oh, there's a cat. I just saw a cat. Oh, there's a cat right there. I can't really see it, but it's right there. Just went through the gate. Okay. Alright, my anxiety got a little bit better. I'm trying to think what else do I need in terms of like food or whatever. Think like ham. Probably some ham. Okay. So what I actually realized is that I actually spent 54 minutes on my previous walk. So 54, so it's basically 55. We're just round it up. So that means we just need 10 minutes left. So yeah, this will just be 10 minutes. Most likely this is the last lap, so we'll be all good to go. But I'm pretty sure that's why I'm having a little bit more anxiety, because one, I'm not listening to anything, and two, yeah, like it's the evening kind of time, so that's probably why. It's okay. Okay, that one's a little bit more scary. It's okay, we got this. Yeah, I think that's why. It's because it's, you know, kind of getting towards nighttime. So that's kind of why. I'm just not used to doing the evening walks as much, but it's okay. It's more exposure. It's more exposure. That's all I have to look at it. So how many more do we have now? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. Oh my gosh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so we got 10 left. And I still have, you know, the 2 that I picked up this afternoon. So that's cool. At least we were able to put back some. Still gotta put back some more. But yeah, the time is 5:31. I'm now ordering some food. Still, I guess. Okay. gonna go up to this post for this one. Actually, no. We got this. Stay focused. Moonlight. They look like freaking moonlight. Should have zoomed in on her face. Let me see if I got it. I guess that wasn't moonlight. So I think we were at 8 minutes. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go down that street and just go back and call it a day. We'll just call it 3 minutes. All right. Two, gonna try. Got ham. Let's get some more lean cuisines. Alright. Sure, what I'll try to do is I'll try to actually, if I can, do one more rock. The freaking black cat. If I can. We could do this. Damn, I didn't notice how cold it was. When I breathe, I have freaking some coldness to it. Alright, can we do it? Yes, we can. Alright, let's make it worth it, guys. So when I look up, it's kind of like what I would be afraid of, but I'm trying to learn that it's okay to look. We got this. Alright, we're pretty much done. We made it. Freaking dang. Got my back starting to hurt a little bit. Should probably finish ordering that right now. Let's get some fruit cups. I guess. I know I didn't talk a lot, but there you go. I did it. We're all good to go. Until next time.